Okay, when it comes to hockey in Minnesota, we're all familiar with the big names like Housley, Broughton, Parisi, Cullen, Nanny. We are known as the state of hockey. But what if we are even more than that?
Ooh, well, that's certainly what the way Gabe Hostetler, the director of a new documentary. Jeez, you guys.
Really are. This is
I'm really struggling. A new documentary.
Yes.
Why do I want to say documentarian? Because he is a documentarian. He's also director of the new show, Basketball State, Land of 10,000 Hoops. That's the way he sees it. So this local filmmaker believes it's about time people put some respect on Minnesota for its basketball, and it debuts this Sunday afternoon at the Twin Cities Film Fest. Let's get a sneak peek.
Is Minnesota the most underrated basketball state in the country?
The Oklahoma City Thunder select Chet Holmgren, Jalen Suggs,
Rachel Banham,
Tyus Jones or Tyus Stones.
Dream big because no one knows what you're capable of but you.
Trey Jones from Duke University.
People have always seen Minnesota as a hockey state, but there's a deep-rooted love of basketball here that flows through every gym.
Edwards, yes sir!
Oh, God.
Oh, he's here, you guys. Here is Gabe.
Hi, Gabe.
And I tell you what, when I first saw that trailer, that thing is, about 3 or 4 minutes long. It gave me chills. So congratulations, man. Seriously, it is really well done.
That means a lot. As a filmmaker, you just want to evoke emotion and you want the people that watch your work to feel something. So chills, that's great. I love to hear that.
So good. Okay, so tell us about your love of filmmaking. When you sat down, you lit up and you told me that this has been something that you've loved since you were a kid.
Yeah, basketball was my first love. I played basketball since I was in first grade. It's always been a part of me, but when my father put a camera in my hands in third grade, I realized my true calling was storytelling.
What kind of camera was this? Like a big VHS thing?
Man.
How young are you?
It was digital, but it was pretty crappy. it got the job done though.
Yeah.
And I'm forever grateful to him because from there I just fell in love with the process of telling stories, from music videos to documentaries to films. So I chased that passion to Los Angeles, and I've been living out there working as a film director for the last 6 years. Wow. And yes, it's been a beautiful journey.
So you're out there, and then when do you get the idea that, hey, we need to highlight basketball in Minnesota? I need to make something to showcase this.
Yeah, I think growing up here, I always realized how much talent we had. I played against guys like Trey Jones, Gary Trent Jr., Amir Coffey growing up. So I realized there was a lot of talent here. But when I moved to California and I would tell people I'm from Minnesota, they'd be like, Minnesota? Isn't it just freezing cold there? Don't they just play hockey? And I would be like, no, we actually have a lot of incredible basketball players. And I would start to list them off, from the new guys, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Suggs, to the legends like Kevin McHale. And I realized someone needs to tell this story of basketball in our state because it's truly incredible how much amazing hoops we've had here.
So when you and I were talking before, we were talking about there is such a deep-rooted history with the legends, and it's really important for you to kind of honor those legends as you kind of tell this story. You got the legends, you got the up-and-comers, you've got the next generation. So let's start with some of the legends. Who do you want to highlight there?
Yeah, I think when you look all the way back, originally everything started with the Minneapolis Lakers and George Mikan and the success they had here, but then we had a bunch of homegrown talent like Kevin McHale, Mark Oberday, and then as we kept getting later and later into the years, just more and more talent sprouted from here, all the way up to Khalid El-Amin, Lindsey Whalen. I could go on for hours about how many great hoopers have came out of this state, but.
Was it hard then to narrow down what you're going to feature in the documentary, as Ben would call it?
Jeez, you guys.
Yeah. No, it definitely was a challenge figuring that out, but I think I've tried to do my best, even if it's not a full feature, to at least have some images of all the great players that have came from here. But it definitely was a challenge whittling down the list of who I was really going to focus on and interview. But to this day, I just did an interview with Jim Peterson this morning, actually, for the documentary, and I'm still collecting, but I'm up to about 80 to 100 interviews of players from Minnesota.
No way. Did everybody want to cooperate, or did you have to twist anybody's arm?
No, I think any hooper that's came from Minnesota kind of has had this realization that I've had. I think that we have a ton of talent here. It's just a matter of more people around the world seeing it. So I think when I told even the Jones brothers about the project, they were super excited because they were like, we've been talking about this for years. Like, people don't realize how much talent has came out of Minnesota.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's not just the men. I mean, you mentioned Lindsey Whalen, but there are a ton, especially the young talent, a ton of women basketball players from Minnesota as well.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at legends like Lindsey Whalen, Tamara Moore, they really paved the way, but now this new generation with Paige Beckers and Liv McGill and Madden Greenway, like, it's incredible just seeing, honestly, the women may have had more success than the men in terms of basketball in the state. Definitely with the Lynx.
Yeah.
Four WNBA titles. It's been, a lot of incredible female hoopers here as well.
Do you feel like watching this is going to make people fall in love with the sport? Is that the goal, or what do you want people to take away from it?
Yeah, I think that fall in love with the sport would be cool, but really I think it's just about having pride in where you come from and having pride in being from Minnesota. And I think anyone that's been passionate about something and wanted to tell the story of that, I think can relate to this project. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So when we look at some of the hoopers that are coming up, I want to leave the audience with a little bit of this, of thinking about not only who we should honor, but who we should be looking out for. So do you have like maybe a boys or a girls basketball player that we think we should be watching out for?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, but one that sticks out to me, he was actually my year, class of 2017, Ishmael El-Amin. He's actually the son of NBA great Khalid El-Amin, Minnesota legend Khalid El-Amin, and he's overseas living his basketball journey now, killing it over there. And then on the women's side, if I were to look at the high school game right now, Madden Greenway really stands out to me. She's a stud, and I think is going to go really far. But yeah, those are two that stick out to me.
And Madden's pretty close to my heart because that's Chad Greenway, my former teammate.
Yeah.
That's his oldest kid, and I've watched Madden just kind of grow and grow and grow. And it's amazing when you think about these people in your lives, and you're like, hey, she's like, the top ranked player in the whole state. She's ranked like 30th in the country, and she's got all these offers.
Yeah.
And then you just go hang out with them, and it's just Madden,
Yeah.
But it's I'm so proud of her and Chad and everything they're doing,
awesome.
and Jenny as well.
Gabe, great job. Thank you so much. I know people are going to be so excited. We're going to fill everybody in on how they can see your project, and we look forward to more exciting stuff from you.
Thank you so much.
So there it is, you guys. You can watch Basketball State Land of 10,000 Hoops at the Twin Cities Film Fest this Sunday, the 20th at 1:45 p.m. at the Marcus West End Cinema in St. Louis Park. We have a link to buy tickets. It's on twincitieslive.com.
You know what I love about that story, too, is that as a parent, you never know what you're going to hand your kid that's going to change their life.
That's true.
It's really cool. Coming